Hi guys, and happy Monday. So I want to share with you guys something that happened to me over the weekend. Last Friday, I made a video and shared with everybody that I was cleaning. I was cleaning the screens on our screen doors and our glass on our sliding glass doors. We have 6 different doors that go out from our 6 different rooms onto 2 balconies or patios. And I spent all this time cleaning. I shared that on Friday. What I didn't share, it's a little embarrassing. I had 5 full-size bath towels with me when I was doing this on Friday morning, and I used those to wipe off all of the screens. And all 5 of them ended up pretty covered in dirt, debris, dust, and soot from the outside. We live very close to the beach and the water, and a lot of stuff gets kind of kicked up into the air where we live. And 3 of them were so bad that I threw them out, just trashed these 3 towels. The other 2 went through the wash and are doing fine. But I really did fill up basically 5 towels with dirt from the screens. And that was kind of the point where I thought, wow, these must have been really dirty, because this is how much stuff came off of these screens when I was doing this cleaning. Over the course of this weekend, as I looked out the screen and the glass doors at the outside world, and there's a whole world out there that I had been missing. It's so clear now to see it. It struck me how much cleaner it is. On the screens, all those little holes that are on a screen, those are wide open now. There's nothing attached to any of them. You can see right through them. The glass, there's no smudges, no smears. It is a much different experience, and I can tell the difference now. As I'm looking out, I'm thinking, boy, this is really clean, and it was not before. And what I realized was, wow, that needed to be done probably a long time ago. How long had it been? Oh, it's probably been 6 months. I should have been there at month 1 or month 2. I really let this pile up. But what struck me was that I had not noticed it. And what I realized as I thought about that over this weekend is how common that is. Oftentimes when we are too close to something and we are in it very closely, we're living in it, we just can't see it. We don't notice that it needs attention, it needs upkeep, it needs our love and our care, it needs us to put some action towards it. And so all this time goes by with things getting dirtier or more in disrepair, and we just don't even observe it until we reach this point where you think, I really need to clean that. That kind of doesn't look so good. And that's when you discover, oh my gosh, this has been a problem that's been building over time. We see this all the time in people's weight. People will gain a few pounds over the summer or at the holidays, and then sometimes they don't do something about that, or they don't quite notice, oh, it's just a few pounds, no big deal. But over a course of 5 or 10 years, that becomes 50 or 70 pounds. And people that I've met that are, largely overweight will always say the same thing. I just don't know when or how this happened. And the answer is usually it happened over time, bit by bit, little by little. I've seen situations where people lose touch with a friend that were very close to, and now all of a sudden they haven't talked in years and there's no communication at all. And they'll sort of say, I don't really know how that happened. Or in another situation, they'll be with somebody that they can't get through a conversation with without raising their voice or yelling or having a terrible argument with. And it'll be like, I don't really know where this all came from. Usually it's because the relationship was not valued and appreciated and kept up and given time and love and attention over a period of several months or years, and that's how we arrived there. I've seen people that are 40, 50, 60 years old, and they're in their careers. They've been in the same role for 10 or 15 years, and they think, I wanted to get promoted a few more times. I wanted to make more money. I was planning to run the company at some point, and I just haven't done that. Family got in the way, life got in the way, time just kind of passed. And what I noticed as I looked at this over the weekend is just how common this is for us to just not notice when something is sort of going downhill because we're too busy in the moment living it. So what I recommend to help with this is that every single week you pull yourself out of your business, out of your relationship, out of your life. You sit down, pen in hand, or at a computer if you prefer to type, and you just think about how you feel about life. Where do I feel my career is? Where do I feel I'm at with my health and fitness? How do I feel my relationship is? If I were to improve these things, what is 1 or 2 things that I could do differently starting today or tomorrow to make it better? Am I satisfied with where I'm at? Am I happy with where I'm at? If not, why? And what am I going to do about it? If I am happy, why? And what do I need to keep doing to make sure it stays that way? When we don't do this, we end up in the situation I ended up in on Friday, where I'm cleaning these glass and screen windows and doors thinking, wow, this got kind of bad. This was dirty, and I didn't even notice it. And so it's a tough place to be in after the fact, when the dirt or dust or debris has piled up. To make this an analogy, the dirt in our life, the dust in our career, the debris in our relationship. And it's much easier to do it bit by bit, week by week, not let 6 months go by. So a lot of people tell me on this, Amy, I don't have time for this. I do not have an hour a week that I can sit down and strategize, plan, reflect, think about the future, visualize my life. Yes, you do. You absolutely do. If you say, I can't afford the time for this, the truth is that you can't afford not to. Doing this makes our life better in just an absolutely noticeable way. It's not going to help us get incremental growth. It helps us get exponential growth. And don't get to the point that I did on Friday, where you're cleaning off a window, or you're looking at something in your life thinking, I should have been here 5 months ago, or worse, 5 years ago. Take that time each week to think about, what do I need to do? How do I want to improve things? What could use my attention right now? Well, where could I give some time that I haven't been? If you do that, you'll have a happy, successful, balanced life. So with that, everybody make a great Monday, and I'll see you guys later this week.